The moment you feel desperate to explain yourself, stop. That impulse is not strength. It is fear wearing the mask of honesty. You explain because you want to be understood. You explain because you want approval. You explain because some part of you still believes other people must agree with your choices before you are allowed to make them. They do not. A man who controls his life does not place his decisions on trial before the crowd. He listens, he calculates, he decides, then he moves. Machiavelli understood that perception is rarely controlled by truth alone. People believe what benefits them. They interpret your words through jealousy, insecurity, and self-interest. The more you explain, the more material you give them to twist. Every detail becomes a weapon. Every confession becomes an opening. Every justification teaches them that pressure can make you surrender your position. So let them misunderstand you. Let them create stories. Let them call you cold, arrogant, distant, or changed. Their interpretation is not your responsibility. Your discipline is. Power begins when you stop defending decisions that require no permission. You do not need to explain why you walked away. You do not need to explain why you became silent. You do not need to explain why your standards changed. The old version of you may have begged to be understood. The new version lets results speak after the room has gone quiet. Remember this, the person demanding an explanation is often not searching for truth. They are searching for access. They want to know what you think, what you fear, what you are planning, and whether they still have influence over you. Give them nothing. A calm face, a measured response, a closed door. Your silence will disturb those who once controlled you through guilt. Good. Let them feel the absence of the power they thought they possessed. From this moment forward, do not argue for your value. Do not defend your evolution. Do not translate your ambition for people committed to misunderstanding it. Comment. My silence protects my power. Write it like a vow, because the man who no longer needs to explain himself becomes difficult to manipulate and almost impossible to control. The poison of complaint. Complaint is the language of men who have surrendered control. The moment you complain, you announce that something outside you has power over your state. You tell the world that pressure can shake you, inconvenience can weaken you, and disappointment can make you lose command of yourself. That is dangerous, because people are always watching for signs of fracture. They study your tone, your pauses, your anger, your excuses. They want to know where the armor is thin. Every complaint reveals a pressure point. Every emotional outburst gives them a map. So become unreadable. Do not complain about betrayal. Study it. Do not complain about disrespect. Remember it. Do not complain about obstacles. Use them to measure your discipline. A weak man asks, "Why is this happening to me?" A dangerous man asks, "How can this serve me?" That single shift changes everything. Pain becomes information. Delay becomes preparation. Rejection becomes redirection. Humiliation becomes fuel. You stop wasting energy describing the wound, and you begin sharpening the weapon it created. Machiavellian power is not built through comfort, it is built through control. The man who remains composed while others panic rises above them. He appears stronger because he is stronger. He has mastered the kingdom every ruler must command, himself. Never let emotion write permanent decisions. Never let frustration make you careless. Never let hardship make you loud. Silence under pressure is not passivity. It is calculation. It is the discipline to feel everything without revealing everything. It is the ability to carry weight without begging the room to notice. The world does not reward the man who suffers the most. It rewards the man who converts suffering into leverage. So when life becomes unfair, do not ask for sympathy. Build capacity. When people fail you, do not announce your disappointment. Adjust your access. When the path becomes difficult, do not curse the road. Strengthen your legs. Comment. Pressure reveals my power. Make it your law. Because the man who stops complaining stops leaking energy. And once his energy is contained, focused, and disciplined, he becomes more dangerous than expected. Never reveal your next move. Your next move loses power the moment it becomes public. The weak speak early because attention feels like progress. They announce the plan, describe the vision, reveal the target, and enjoy applause for victories they have not earned. Then resistance arrives. Doubt enters. Envy wakes up. Suddenly, the path becomes crowded with opinions, interference, and hidden sabotage. You must become different. Move before you speak. Build before you display. Win before they understand what game you were playing. Machiavelli knew that predictability makes a man easy to control. When people know what you want, they know what to block. When they know where you are going, they know where to place obstacles. When they know what you fear, they know exactly where to apply pressure. So keep your intentions behind locked doors. You do not owe the world a preview. Let your actions appear ordinary, while your strategy becomes extraordinary. Let them think you are resting while you are preparing. Let them believe you have accepted defeat while you are redesigning the entire battlefield. Mystery creates distance. Distance creates uncertainty. Uncertainty creates power. The man who reveals everything may be liked, but he will never be feared. The man who controls information controls the emotional temperature of the room. He decides what others know, when they know it, and how much they are allowed to understand. This is not deception for entertainment. It is protection. Not everyone deserves access to your ambitions. Some people will support you only while they believe you are beneath them. The moment they sense that you may rise beyond their reach, their encouragement becomes resistance. Watch quietly. Notice who becomes uncomfortable when you improve. Notice who asks too many questions. Notice who disguises surveillance as concern. They are not always seeking to understand you. Sometimes they are measuring how dangerous you are becoming. Give them nothing useful, a vague answer, a calm smile, a change of subject. Then return to the work. Your plans should live in your discipline, not in your conversations. Your goals should be visible in your habits, not in your promises. Your transformation should arrive like a storm nobody predicted. Do not confuse secrecy with fear. Fear hides because it feels weak. Strategy hides because it understands timing. You are not disappearing from the world. You are removing unnecessary witnesses from the construction of the man you intend to silently become. Comment: my moves remain invisible. Write it with conviction. From now on, let silence guard the blueprint. Let patience hide the timing. Let results make the announcement. Because when no one can predict your next move, no one can prepare the trap. Become impossible to read. The most dangerous man in any room is not the loudest. He is the one nobody can decode. People control what they can predict. They study patterns, reactions, weaknesses, habits, and emotional triggers. Once they know how you respond, they know how to provoke you. Once they know what angers you, they know where to press. Once they know what you desperately want, they know what to withhold. So stop being transparent. You do not need to reveal every thought that enters your mind. You do not need to react to every insult, explain every silence, or expose every disappointment. Emotional exposure may feel honest, but in hostile hands, honesty becomes intelligence. Control what others are allowed to see. When they expect anger, give them calm. When they expect desperation, give them distance. When they expect a reaction, give them nothing. This is not weakness, this is command. A man who reacts instantly can be manipulated instantly, but a man who pauses becomes difficult to move. That pause is where power lives. It gives you time to observe motives, separate facts from emotion, and choose the response that serves your position. Machiavellian discipline begins with emotional concealment. Not because you feel nothing, but because your feelings are not public property. Your pain belongs in private. Your strategy belongs in silence. Your anger belongs under control until it can be converted into action. Never let people know they have reached you. The moment they see that a word can shake you, they will repeat it. The moment they discover that withdrawal makes you chase, they will use distance as a leash. The moment they learn that guilt weakens you, they will dress manipulation as morality. Break the pattern. Become less available to provocation. Become slower to speak. Become harder to impress. Let people wonder what you are thinking. Let them question whether their tactics worked. Let uncertainty do the work that arguments never could. You do not need to win every confrontation in public. Some victories are achieved by refusing to participate. Some enemies defeat themselves when you deny them a reaction. Some manipulators collapse when they cannot locate the button that controls you. Your face must become calm. Your voice must become measured. Your decisions must become deliberate. Do not reveal fear through haste. Do not reveal anger through volume. Do not reveal insecurity through explanation. Build an inner fortress with no visible entrance. Remember, composure is not natural. It is trained through repeated restraint. Each time you refuse to defend yourself impulsively, you strengthen authority. Each time you absorb pressure without collapsing, you deepen self-trust. Soon, people will sense that tactics no longer work on you. They will become cautious because your calm will suggest preparation, and your silence will force them to confront their own uncertainty. Comment: no one controls my reactions. Write it like a command to your nervous system. From now on, every emotion passes through discipline before it reaches the world. Every response must serve your future, not satisfy your impulse. Every silence must protect your position. Because once people can no longer read you, they can no longer easily control you. And when they cannot control you, they begin to fear the strength they cannot measure. Protect your vulnerabilities. Most people expose themselves without realizing it. They reveal what wounds them, what flatters them, what frightens them, and what they cannot afford to lose. Then they wonder why the same pressure keeps returning, because the world repeats whatever gets a reaction. If criticism makes you defensive, they will criticize you. If distance makes you chase, they will withdraw. If disrespect makes you explode, they will provoke you. If praise makes you careless, they will flatter you before they use you. Your task is not to become emotionless. Your task is to become disciplined enough that no emotion becomes a handle in another person's hand. This is where psychological power begins. You must learn to feel pain without advertising the location of the wound. You must learn to experience anger without allowing anger to choose your next move. You must learn to desire something without letting desperation expose how badly you need it. Need creates weakness when it becomes visible. The person who knows what you cannot walk away from possesses leverage over you. That may be a relationship, an opportunity, an image, a position, or the approval of a particular crowd. The tighter your grip, the easier you are to control. So loosen it. Train yourself to lose what you once thought you needed. Train yourself to survive silence, rejection, delay, and uncertainty. Not because loss is pleasant, but because dependence makes you vulnerable. A man who can walk away cannot easily be cornered. This is why restraint matters. You do not reveal every attachment. You do not display every fear. You do not confess every insecurity to people who have not earned access to your inner world. Trust should be measured, not distributed blindly. Some people collect your honesty like ammunition. They listen closely, not to understand you, but to discover where pressure should be applied later. They remember the name you mentioned, the weakness you admitted, the dream you exposed, and the insult that changed your face. Then, when conflict arrives, they reach for exactly what you gave them. Do not become paranoid, become selective. There is a difference. Paranoia suspects everyone. Strategy observes everyone. Paranoia isolates you from wisdom. Strategy protects you from carelessness. You can remain warm without becoming exposed. You can remain respectful without becoming predictable. You can remain human without handing strangers the keys to your nervous system. Your private world must become sacred. What hurts you should be processed, not performed. What frightens you should be examined, not announced. What you desire should be pursued, not displayed. What you are building should be protected until it can survive attention. Comment: my weaknesses are no longer public. Write it slowly. Let the words become a boundary. From now on, notice what people attempt to pull from you. Some will use questions, some will use jokes, some will use fake concern, some will insult you casually, then study your response. They are testing the walls. Do not answer every test. Sometimes the strongest response is a blank expression. Sometimes it is a quiet change of subject. Sometimes it is permanent distance without a dramatic farewell. Your silence does not mean you are unaware. It means awareness has become controlled. And that control will unsettle those who depended on your emotional predictability. They may accuse you of changing. You have. You are no longer giving everyone access to your fears, hopes, wounds, and intentions. You are becoming a man whose inner world is guarded by judgment. Let them guess. Let them miscalculate. Let them believe they know you while you continue evolving beyond the version they memorized. He does not deny his humanity. He simply refuses to let temporary emotion become permanent exposure, public weakness, or a weapon handed to those waiting to use it. Because the man who protects his vulnerabilities protects his freedom. And the man whose freedom cannot be threatened becomes untouchable. Master the power of detachment. There comes a moment when silence is no longer enough. You must learn to disappear from the emotional battlefield. Most people lose power because they allow every insult, delay, rejection, and betrayal to drag them into a reaction. They become predictable. Someone pulls the string and they move. Someone withholds attention and they chase. Someone questions their worth and they rush to prove it. That is not strength. That is obedience disguised as emotion. Detachment is the ability to remain present without becoming possessed. You can care without clinging. You can love without surrendering judgment. You can pursue without becoming desperate. You can lose without losing yourself. This is one of the coldest forms of power because it destroys the leverage others expect to have over you. The manipulator depends on your need. The narcissist depends on your reaction. The enemy depends on your impatience. The crowd depends on your hunger for approval. Remove the need and their influence collapses. You must become comfortable with the possibility that people may leave, opportunities may vanish, and plans may fail. Not because you are pessimistic, but because a man who accepts loss cannot be controlled by the threat of it. That acceptance changes your posture. You stop begging people to stay. You stop negotiating with disrespect. You stop forcing doors that remain closed. You stop confusing attachment with loyalty. Machiavellian wisdom teaches you to judge relationships by function, motive, and consequence. Who strengthens your position? Who drains your focus? Who respects your boundaries? Who only appears when they need access? Do not answer emotionally. Answer strategically. Some people belong close. Some belong at a distance. Some belong nowhere near your future. The mistake is believing everyone deserves the same version of you. They do not. Access must be earned, trust must be tested, loyalty must be observed under pressure. Words are cheap when conditions are easy. Character reveals itself when interests collide. Watch what people do when helping you costs them something. Watch what they do when you stop being useful. Watch what they do when you become stronger than the version they preferred. The truth will appear without an interrogation, then act accordingly. Do not create a scene. Do not announce that you have discovered them. Do not hand them a speech explaining every betrayal. Quietly change the level of access. Quietly move them farther from your plans. Quietly remove the privileges they abused. Distance is often more powerful than confrontation. Confrontation warns people that you see them. Distance leaves them uncertain. It forces them to feel the consequence without receiving the comfort of your explanation. This does not mean becoming cruel. It means becoming precise. You are not punishing anyone. You are protecting your energy. You are not seeking revenge. You are ending access. You are not becoming heartless. You are refusing to let your heart overrule your intelligence. Comment, I can walk away in peace. Write it as a declaration. Because peace is not weakness when chosen by a man who could have fought. Peace becomes power when it protects your mission from emotional chaos. Understand this. Not every battle deserves your presence. Some arguments are traps. Some accusations are invitations to explain yourself. Some provocations are designed to pull you out of character. Refuse the invitation. Let immature people misunderstand your restraint. Let insecure people call your distance arrogance. Let desperate people interpret your silence however they need. You are no longer living to manage their opinions. Your responsibility is to guard your mind, your time, your attention, and your direction. Every minute spent defending yourself to the wrong person is a minute stolen from the man you are becoming. Every emotional war you refuse to enter preserves strength for a battle that matters. Every attachment you master returns power to your hands. Become the man who can release what is no longer aligned. Become the man who can close a door without standing outside it, hoping it opens again. Become the man who understands that losing access to the wrong people is not loss, it is liberation. And once you no longer fear walking away, nobody can use presence, absence, affection, or approval to control you again. Decide in silence. The most effective decisions are often made without witnesses, not because you are afraid of judgment, but because noise corrupts clarity. The more voices you invite into your plans, the more confusion enters your mind. Advice becomes pressure, concern becomes interference, doubt becomes contagious. You must learn to decide in silence. A man who constantly announces his choices is asking the world to approve them. A man who waits for permission has already surrendered authority. Your life cannot be ruled by committees of people who will never carry the consequences of your decisions. Listen carefully, but choose alone. Observe opinions, study motives, examine risks, and then close the door. Your final decision must belong to you. If it succeeds, you carry the reward. If it fails, you carry the lesson. Either way, you become stronger because responsibility remains in your hands. This is how self-command is built. It teaches your instincts to trust discipline over outside approval. Most men fear decisive action because every real decision closes other paths. They want certainty before they move. They want guarantees before they commit. They want everyone to agree before they accept the cost. But power does not wait for perfect conditions. Power chooses with incomplete information, prepares for resistance, and adjusts without panic. Machiavellian intelligence is not reckless. It is measured. It understands that hesitation can be more dangerous than error. A delayed decision gives rivals time. It gives opportunities time to disappear. It gives fear time to create imaginary disasters. So think deeply, then move cleanly. Do not explain your reasoning to people who were never part of the burden. They will judge one moment while ignoring the entire battlefield. They will question your methods because they never saw the threats, the timing, or the sacrifices hidden behind your choice. Let them question. Your responsibility is not to make every decision appear comfortable. Your responsibility is to make the decision that protects your future. Sometimes that means leaving without warning. Sometimes it means saying no without negotiation. Sometimes it means ending a partnership, changing direction, abandoning an old identity, or choosing discipline over belonging. Growth will often make you look disloyal to people who benefited from your weakness. Accept that price. The man you are becoming cannot be governed by the expectations of the man you used to be. Old promises made from insecurity do not deserve lifelong obedience. Old roles designed by other people do not define your destiny. You are allowed to evolve without holding a public trial. Comment, I decide, I move, I adapt. Write it with certainty, then remember that decision is only the beginning. A powerful man does not keep reopening choices because discomfort appears. He does not retreat every time someone disapproves. He does not confuse emotional resistance with evidence that he chose wrongly. Stand behind your direction long enough to test it. Discipline means continuing after excitement fades. Strategy means changing only when reality provides new information, not when fear produces new excuses. Be flexible in method, firm in purpose. If one route closes, find another. If one alliance fails, build stronger ones. If one plan collapses, preserve the mission and redesign the approach. Never become so attached to a method that you sacrifice the outcome. This is the balance weak men never master. They are stubborn when adaptation is needed and hesitant when action is required. They cling to dead plans, then abandon living opportunities. You must do the opposite. Cut what no longer works. Commit to what still matters. Move without drama. Adjust without shame. No speeches, no emotional announcements, no requests for validation. Your choices will confuse people who only understand visible motives. Good. Confusion protects your timing. The strongest position is held by the man who knows why he is moving, what he is willing to lose, and where he refuses to compromise. Become that man. Make decisions from principle, not panic. From calculation, not ego. From long-term vision, not temporary emotion. Because once your mind becomes your own command center, outside voices lose their authority. And when you can decide without applause, move without permission, and adapt without breaking, you become impossible to direct from the outside.